Hey y'all, it's Kiwi Q's Corner, back again to talk to you about something that has been on my mind since I saw the article. And you saw the thumbnail, so you already know. It's Misandry killed the Boy Scouts. Now, some of you are probably asking, what is misandry? Because we don't really hear that a lot. Misandry is the opposite of misogyny. It is the hatred of men. And I think that the hatred of men killed the Boy Scouts. Now we know that the Boy Scouts have had their issues. They had the abuse issues, for which they ended up in bankruptcy, and they're paying out money for that. But 5 years ago, they decided to start letting girls in the Boy Scouts. Now, some of you will be like, really? I didn't know that because I thought there was Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts. There were. But of course, women cannot let men have anything in the society we live in. I don't understand. We're constantly talking about safe spaces for women and women only spaces and protecting that. We don't seem to want to protect those spaces for men. I really do not understand that. So, about 5 years ago, they started letting girls into the Boy Scouts. Now, I think that there probably are some boys in the Girl Scouts, but I'm sure they also have to identify. In the Boy Scouts, that does not have to happen. So I'm going to share an article with you by Forbes. We're going to kind of go through that article and look at what's being said. So let's go. Let's share my screen. See if we can do this right. Let's see here. Where is my window? Which window do I want to share, y'all? It's so sad. I found it. Yay. Okay. So I'm going to make wrong way. I do this wrong every time. We're going to make myself small, make that bigger. And it says Boy Scouts of America recently announced it was changing its name to Scouting America. The rebranding move was announced as a small change that help the brand better align to its values. 5 years ago, the organization changed its policies to allow girls to take part. Since the evolution of that policy, more than 176,000 girls have joined its programs, including 6,000 who have earned the Eagle Scout rank. Why couldn't they just earn their rank in the Girl Scouts? Why did they have to go and join the Boy Scouts? The Girl Scouts, I'm sure, has an equivalent. Back in 2017, Scouting America also made a change to welcome the T in the alphabet community children into its program. The mission of Scouting America is to prepare young people to make ethical and moral choices over their lifetime, instilling in them the values of the Scout Oath and Law. So let me get this straight. You are letting people who identify as things they are not and cannot ever be into your program, welcoming them, but are trying to help them make ethical and moral choices. Make it make sense, y'all. For reference, the Scout law states that a Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. So I already see one thing they're not. They're not reverent because they're not being reverent to their creator who created them as a boy or a girl. They're not being obedient because their creator also told them to not try to be a boy if they're a girl or a girl if they're a boy. Trustworthy, especially with them allowing the T in the alphabet community into it, they're not trustworthy because they're lying to themselves and to other people and encouraging other people to lie. Here is the Scout Oath, y'all. You can't make this up. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Ironic, isn't it? Also, going back to the misandry part of it, is that girls have had Girl Scouts. Actually, I just found an article where it was saying that the girls were called something, girls guiding or guiding girls when it first started and it was kind of a branch off of Boy Scouts. And it was to differentiate between the boys and the girls program. Now we don't need any differentiation. Again, we have done so much to protect women's spaces, excuse me, but we throw men to the wolves when it comes to things like this. So if they're saying they allow the T of the alphabet community into their program, that would say that you have some girls who may not be identifying as girls anymore. And that would also mean that we have some boys who may not be identifying as boys anymore, who are now in Boy Scouts of America, or as they're calling themselves now, Scouting America. So I guess it doesn't matter. I pose to you again that misandry, not allowing men to be men, is what actually killed the Boy Scouts. Men need their spaces to do men things with men, with other men, like the chopping of the wood, all of the physical things that boys enjoy that girls don't necessarily enjoy as much as men. Not saying that you can't, because I like physical activity myself, but men learn to be strong and brave and to protect. And you can see this in the scouting duty, that it's, I mean, the scouting oath, the scouting honor, that they're brave. Women by and large are not brave, or we're brave in a different way. Men are brave when it comes to things like going downstairs to see what's there in the middle of the night, throwing themselves into danger so that women and children are protected. They're brave in different ways, and we're trying to take that from them. We are trying to feminize them. A man cannot be a man with other men while women are around. They most assuredly can't do it while there are others around who are pretending and asking them to pretend along with them. They're asking them to lie. So they can't be obedient and trustworthy and loyal and helpful, because they're not helping those people who are in pretend world and fantasy land. This, I really do think, even adding the T from the alphabet community, it's all about not liking men, not wanting men to actually be men, not to wanting to tamp down what they're calling toxic masculinity in our society, which is boys being boys, men being men. We are constantly taking things away from men. And what I want to say is that it's actually men's fault to a point. And I would say, men, while we have time and while you can, please, please, and let me stop sharing as I say this, because I want you to see me while I'm saying this. Guys, before it's too late, for your own good and for the good of society, please grow a pair. Put women in their places, which is not in men's spaces. It's okay for you to have something for yourself. It's good, it's right, it's healthy. It's for the benefit of you, the benefit of us, the benefit of children, the benefit of society. Y'all, like I always say, I might not always be right. Actually, I say I know I won't always be right, but I hope to be God honoring. I hope for us to have a good time. I know this one wasn't really a funny haha, but I hope you get my point, and I hope you hear my heart. Men, be men. It's okay that you are men. We love the fact that you are men. Until next time, see you in Q's Corner.